Monologue for Shut-Ins, number 390. Hey, do you realize that as we speak, right now, as we speak, the only two credible experts on federally funded Medicare and health care in this country are Jimmy Dynamite Walker and Joe Namath. And yet you still think that the Russian invasion of Ukraine marks the end of civilization. And speaking of invasion, the president of Ukraine has ordered all men 18 to 60 to remain in their country and take up arms to defend Ukraine against Russia. Yeah, unless you have bone spurs, then you can leave. And the president of Ukraine, a former comedian, has vowed to stay in his country and defend it to his death. Yeah, apparently compared to an open mic night at Laughs in Kiev, this is nothing. And according to merchandisers, curbside service, which became popular during the pandemic, is here to stay. And do you know who invented curbside service? Hookers. Yeah. And they get and do they get any credit? No. They were the first ones to stick their head in your car and say, well, what can I do for you? I love that. Yeah. Hey, there's a game that's suddenly become popular, and it's called Change a Letter or Add a Letter and Ruin a Fairy Tale. Okay? Yeah. And the best one, Add a Letter and Ruin a Fairy Tale. And the best one I've heard so far is The Boy Who Cried Golf. Did I ruin that? Yeah. The best one is The Boy Who Cried Golf. Yeah. Okay. Vegetarians are 14% less likely to get cancer, it turns out. And it's not because of their diet. It's because of all that green shit in their teeth prevents anyone from getting close. Indoor masks were no longer required in L.A. as of yesterday. Yeah, that's right. Which means only one thing in Hollywood. It's back to Botox for everyone. And COVID infections are down 90% in the U.S. Since January. Yeah, so this makes the whole truck convoy thing sort of irrelevant, don't you think? You want to say to the truckers, does the term truck stop mean anything to you? Now it turns out that peroxide is not good for wounds. Yeah, and it causes more harm than good. Right. And the same thing goes for peroxide on hair. Remember, blondes are a joke. Remember? And the latest unruly passenger news, in the latest unruly passenger news, a man on a Southwest Airlines flight was arrested for urinating in the cabin outside the lavatory. That's right. And what was even worse, when he finished, he refused to return his dick to an upright and locked position. And that is Monologue for Shut-Ins number 390.